Hey, everybody. Welcome back to It's Happening Now. Today, we're going to talk. We got some more information about the bridge collapse. So, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some things that, excuse me, that Biden's trying to do. And I don't think anybody's going to be happy about it. Let me, real quick, introduce my compadres here. We got Chris, Devin,
Going on.
Greg, and myself, Scott. So Chris, I'll let you take off with that top story.
Okay, I'm gonna bring up this video. I'm gonna play it for a second, and then we're going to give our opinions on what we think about this. So just let me go to it real quick.
This headline says Joe Biden, the government will pay the entire cost of rebuilding the Baltimore Bridge. Now, that sounds like a good idea. Our country should rebuild a crucial pipeline for commerce, except he brought up one little fact. So the taxpayers, instead of insurance companies, want to avoid insurance investigation, meaning it looks like we're trying to avoid a private investigation, keep this completely in the government's hands. Why wouldn't we have the insurance companies cover this? Why wouldn't we have the ship's insurance company cover this? I'm sure they have one. Is this even an American company? Why is America paying for the mistakes of foreign countries? Maybe, just maybe, this was an attack. I am not convinced it wasn't.
Okay. So that was Elijah Schaefer from the Gateway Pundit. It is not an American company, by the way. It is based in Singapore. The British. It's based in the Virgin Island or the British Virgin Islands, and in Singapore and in Hong Kong. So it's just like when you read into it, it's by what I say it was something Ocean. Scott, do you remember?
I don't remember what you said. I know you said it like twice.
I'll find it real quick. Go ahead. You guys go ahead.
While you're looking that up, we just realized and just found out the other day that the captain was Ukrainian.
He is
a Ukrainian national. Yep. Yeah. He is a Ukrainian national. And I just read something that they were carrying 1.8 million gallons of fuel and 56 or 58 containers of hazardous materials when they struck the bridge.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so it's the company that owns it is Grace Ocean Investments Ltd. It is according to Singapore company records. Grace Ocean is owned by the British Virgin Islands based Grace Ocean Investments Limited. And then if you go on, it's got something saying that it's got ties to Hong Kong flag Ocean Grace Invested Limited, Hong Kong, Australia flag Ocean Grace Invested. So I mean,
Hong Kong, China,
a little bit of everywhere, right?
Well,
but what he said though, it's really what Elijah Schaefer said though, really kind of it made me mad, right? So instead of letting an insurance company cover the cost of the bridge, they're gonna make me pay for it. You guys pay for it. We're all working class people here. You know, we use our money because God knows you send it everywhere else. So why is the insurance company not paying for this? Why not go after the insurance company?
I think
how long would it take?
It was their fault, bro.
The bigger part of the story is because they don't want an investigation.
Exactly. That's exactly why.
Part. You had something to say, Devin?
I just I don't, not really. I mean, I was you caught me off, and then I came over, bro. And now I'm completely, my brain's
you got lost.
Dude. I'm sorry. Yeah, I got lost.
But okay, but we're talking about. Do you want to say anything, Scott?
No, I'm sorry. I was.
Okay. So what we were saying is, Joe Biden and his administration are trying to avoid an insurance investigation. They don't want, because if you watched the video from last night that we played, and I'm sure you've watched plenty of the other videos that other people made, it is very obvious that ship made a critical turn right into that bridge. It could have been avoided if you watch how it was going. If it lost all power, it would have missed it. There's no way it would have hit it.
And something that I noticed that no other media noticed is you can see it go full power by watching the smokestack. I mean, you see that diesel motor just belting out that black smoke.
The only people that you see talking about that right there was us and other independent news sources on like YouTube, stuff like that. Now, we're not a news source, so don't get
No.
your news from
No.
us. We are an
No.
opinionated show,
Mhm.
Yes.
but
With bits of news.
with bits of news that we try to hit on and we try to give our opinion on. But when we see stuff like this, we definitely go a little in depth on it, and we try our best to give facts, but do not get your news from us. If you need you need to look up your own facts.
Right.
Make sure we're right, because everybody makes mistakes.
I'll
Just throwing that disclaimer in there.
I want to say welcome, Dominique Friero.
right.
Dominic.
Hello.
Right. Hey.
Yeah, that's him.
Thanks for
That's
watching.
him. He works with us.
Yep.
Yeah, he
What's up,
does.
Dominique? Welcome
Um,
to It's Happening Now. And it's happening now.
It's happening
Right
right now. Right now.
Right.
right now.
I'll say it. The other guy has said it. I personally don't believe for a second that this was an accident, a true accident.
No.
This was
No.
staged or planned or by who, I don't know. I don't know if I'd even want to speculate or why,
Oh, why
but
not?
this is definitely done on purpose.
If you
And
watch-
now, because
It definitely
somebody
seems
else,
that way.
because somebody else wants to do something on purpose, now let's hit the taxpayers. Go
No.
ahead. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest part. Go ahead, Devin.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Look, the biggest problem here is that we have a bridge that needs to be repaired, and we need
True.
it to be repaired immediately, and that not in like 3 months, year. We need to repair it as quickly as possible. If we have to front the money until the insurance company gets the money back to us, I'm okay with doing that. And
Yeah.
that should happen. But if we're going to
But,
talk about
okay.
speculating who did this, there's so many options. Typically, it would go with Russia or China.
I'm sorry. I went and watched some boat accidents because, like you said, this happens more than this. And as I went and saw those accidents, I started noticing most
Stuart
of the
Thomas Humphrey.
accidents, they hit the pier or the dock. You know what I mean, when they're coming in, or they lose power and they float sideways into a bridge, or they float randomly just with the river's current
right.
and strike something. They
Right.
don't go head on in kamikaze style, bash a
Right.
bridge.
Right.
Know what I
Oh,
mean?
you know,
Full
it-
bore, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's what I was trying to explain yesterday. Like, again, I don't have a cargo ship, but I have a boat. And if I cut all my power, if I'm turning, my boat will stop the turn and then it will just drift like that. And that's how boats work. Once you cut the power, it will not turn. It's like a jet ski. Your instant reaction to turning a jet ski, and this is where a lot of people mess up, is they stop the power. No, you give it power and you get into that turn.
Right.
You have to give it power to get you to the momentum to go that
Yeah.
way. The propulsion.
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 Propulsion. Yeah.
It's a huge bridge. It kind of has to be built the way that it was.
Right. I'm just explaining the turn, and then, like Greg said, when you see it, when you see it take
So,
but then when you see it take off, that boat definitely had power. There was no loss of propulsion.
what people don't understand too is when you have a boat in water, if it loses power, that water acts as a brake. It does not take long.
Yeah.
For that boat
There's a lot of
No.
drag.
stop. Yeah.
I can go full, and again,
Right.
little
There's
boat,
a lot of drag
full speed. I have a jet boat, full speed. When I cut power, it just and it just. I'm just saying, like it's got some power to it. You know what I mean?
I got you.
But it goes when you cut that power. It like I said, if you're in a turn, it stops the turn, and it will just it instantly loses power, and it slows down dramatically, like super quick.
It doesn't matter if you're going in a boat and you turn that rudder. It's the actual propeller or jet propulsion behind that rudder that causes the water to move past that rudder.
Right, to make it turn.
To make it turn. I mean, now a fast moving current, you might get a little bit because the way the boat's moving, but that rudder really does much of nothing. Right. Everybody's been in a canoe and stuck their oar out the back and tried to turn it and whatnot, and it doesn't work that way, especially when you get the bigger the boat you get. And everybody looks like they're daydreaming.
We're reading.
I was reading what Dominic said. I mean, he brought up a valid point, and even Elijah Schaefer brought up this point too. Where was the tugboat? We brought that up last night. There was no tugboat. Where was everybody at? When people say
all of a sudden everybody disappeared when something
the thing is that they try to miss is that, or they're trying to get us to miss is like there were so many steps missing.
Right.
Like where was the lead boat to get them out of the harbor?
The Port Authority.
And
The
the
the Port Authority. Where were they at?
It was so clean. There was almost nobody in the shot. It's almost like something you see
It was
on a
staged?
movie, you know? It's
Yes.
like
Wait, you mean like it was
everything was
staged?
so nice.
All right. Look,
I mean,
Right. Go ahead.
Stuart, to that, they don't design them that way. I believe the water level was very high. There's a lot of concrete below that normally it would have hit the concrete and not brought down the entire bridge.
I saw this is strange, and this is strange. I shared it with you guys in text message. It would take me forever to find it on X right now, but there was no damage to the front of that boat.
Sorry, I was reading the comment, bro. My bad. Go ahead. Keep going.
Stuart.
Yeah,
Like
I
you
agree with
mentioned,
you,
it
Stuart.
didn't-
Show that.
Yes.
Show
Yeah, I
that.
got you. I got you. I'll
got
show
it.
it.
I agree.
Okay.
Well,
Go
like
ahead.
you mentioned, there's probably no damage because it's such a. I mean, they hit a perfect area without any of the concrete. So
Right,
Well, no,
right.
I mean,
And I think
even
it's
on that-
because the water level was really high.
All right.
I'm not a physicist. I know a lot about physics, but if you take metal bow and you ram it into a metal pylon that's anchored down with probably 3-inch bolts, probably
Right.
70 of them,
Right.
something's going to be dented on that boat. So there's
Yeah, it was weird that it didn't really look like that boat had a lot of damage to
No,
it. There was not a lot of damage.
No, and you would think ramming into a half-mile section of bridge and bringing it down would.
I mean, that
Get Mako.
it
I mean, how long has that bridge
or else
been
it would've
standing
definitely
for?
broke.
When was that bridge built? Does anybody know offhand?
I can look it up. Devin was saying something. What'd you say, Devin?
I was just saying that it's definitely not Chinese steel, or else we know that it would have broke. So
Oh, man.
Chinese steel, it wouldn't have needed a boat if it was Chinese steel.
Devin-
It was on its own.
No, Amber told us 1977 is when it was built. Thank you, Amber.
Thank you,
Oh.
Amber.
thank you.
She's
So
she's such a
77.
sweetheart.
I mean, it's really only a couple years younger than me and Greg. Well, I won't say how old we are, but
It's falling apart. I'm good.
But
Sorry.
yeah. So it's not really that old. I mean, it's been there a long time. That was
Not for
done
bridges,
intentional.
no.
Right. That was done intentional.
Certainly seems that way. It really does.
I think I hear
but,
some SUVs rolling up to my house right
Yeah.
now.
right.
But
But
Devin's
it
got a
does-
Chinaman behind them.
It does make you think though about what Stuart Owen said. Black Swan trying to hide the Diddy Combs sex trafficking rings. Why do every time the Epstein, human trafficking, all that, well, that's the second one. He said sex trafficking ring the first
Right.
time.
Well, they're
But-
kind of both the same thing, really.
But,
I mean,
you
they
never
kinda
know.
go
But
hand
like
in hand.
every time a big story like this pops up in the news, the Epstein files, where all that stuff started popping up about all the people that were traveling to that island and all that, something happens. And now this one comes out. I mean, there's a lot of things that are. I'm not going to mention what I heard earlier because I haven't checked the facts of it yet, and I don't want to have anybody coming after me.
We'll save it for tomorrow.
Be lawyers and white SUVs popping up at my front door.
Right.
I don't necessarily disagree with you. This is kind of suspect on the time for that to come out.
Right.
But
Right.
honestly, I really think that this was just something that really fell into their lap as like, oh, thank you.
Perfect. A perfect scenario.
At the same time, there's also hitting Donald Trump with things, which they always do in order to try to distract you. But I mean, this comes on the eve. I mean, it was only last Friday that the Moscow attack hit. Only last Friday.
If you would have talked a few years ago, I would have said, "Oh, this is an accident." 3 years ago, accident. 4 years ago. Now, I think the government has its hand in everything.
I'm telling you, I feel that too.
Yeah.
When I have diarrhea, I feel like the government did it to me. I sneeze.
Probably it's in your
does.
water.
Yeah.
Something in
The
your
water is turning.
Clean your food.
Cloud engineering. I think the bigger story here now is, did you hear that Dollar Tree will raise prices up to $7 in stores? Can you call it Dollar Tree anymore?
No,
right there.
Many Dollar Tree. Many Dollars Tree.
I did see that, and I did think the same thing. Like, you got to change your name at this point. You know what I mean? Nothing in
$7.
that store cost $1. Not even the Bic lighters cost $1 anymore,
And
man.
It's the
Right.
$7.
Everything
too.
I didn't everything go up to what 125, I think now
Yeah.
in there or
But,
something.
Yeah.
Like
but I was okay with that. But $7.
Owen
$1.
said, "You see what Stuart said?
Yeah, $1.
Dollar thieves." Go ahead, Devin. What were you saying? You was trying to bring something else up. Go ahead.
So I think I agree with you that it's not a just random occurrence. I think it was planned, but it comes on the eve of the Moscow attack, and
Right.
just Tuesday, the Russians, if you can see this, Russian intelligence chief on Tuesday directly blamed Ukraine and the U.S. for orchestrating the assault on the Crocus City concert venue with Western help, with that alleging without evidence that Kyiv trained militants in the Middle East.
Okay,
Basically-
just 1 second. I just want to. You said Ukraine and U.S., but I don't see U.S. up there. I'm just
It said
where
with
do you see?
Western help. This was earlier.
Okay, I see
a
something about it
video
down here. Never mind. My bad. There,
So there's a
I see
video
something about it down there. Okay, you're good.
where the director comes on and is just basically saying, how can it not have been you when there would be no Kiev state without Western funding and without Western military support. But I mean, the timeline of this is actually really close.
Yeah, I agree.
They're
And
blaming the U.S. and then our bridge goes down. I don't
Well,
think that's a coincidence.
Something
right, and look
Ukrainian
what
captain.
and look what Stewart said right there. Wait, they're going to blame Russia or ISIS to get a funding bill passed. Baby, that's their plan. They can't get this funding bill for Ukraine to go through, so now they got to orchestrate some kind of black swan event. I don't know.
To just our help with what you were
Seven
saying, Devin,
trees.
is I got something off of X the
That
other
makes me
day,
think of other things.
and it says roughly 2 weeks ago, the State Department put out a notice to all Americans in Moscow to avoid any large gatherings, concerts, or shopping malls.
Mhm.
And then it says yesterday, Kirby, I don't know who that is, said he was unaware of any imminent terrorist threats in Moscow. That
Right, but
seems
he
a little
just-
suspect, doesn't
Yeah.
it? You know what I mean? Like,
I read that earlier, and I was thinking that I think you sent it to us earlier while we was driving.
I just
I
from
read that and I was like, so at one time, everybody avoid Moscow. Something might happen. It happens. I never said that. We didn't know nothing about that. It's like, look, these government officials are so used to being able to say whatever they want, and then within a couple of days, it's all gone. They can scrub it real quick.
right.
Nowadays, y'all got to learn the times. I mean, it's once you put it on the internet, it's there. And everybody has it. We've all seen it. It's just like when Biden said that he did that quid pro quo with Ukraine when he was vice president, right? You guys remember seeing that video where he's like, I told him to fire the prosecutor. You have 6 hours,
Right.
and I'll be damned. They fired that prosecutor in 6 hours, and they got the money.
I remember.
And then they turned
that. He
around
was
and went
bragging
after
about
Trump
that.
and said that Trump said all that stuff. It's like Greg says all the time. They're reflecting. They reflect what they're doing. They blame somebody else for.
Yeah, they point the
Projecting,
finger at
projecting,
somebody else.
Projecting. I said reflecting. Projecting, reflecting. It's all. No, I'm just joking.
I project and it reflects.
It has to. It has to use mirrors to put it on the screen.
I just found it
Unless you got a
really-
mirrorless, then you don't. What?
You
Devin?
two are killing me. You guys are killing me.
I'm just saying.
My complexion reflects into the camera, and
Okay, moving on. What do you want to say, Devin?
Look,
Devin,
but
what do you want
without
to
my
say?
beauty to the world. No, I'm just-
but without a mirror, it
I'm
doesn't
just
reflect.
flabbergasted at this point. I have
Devin,
no
please
words.
say something intelligent for us.
All right,
please.
hey, I
I'm
just
begging
found
you.
a huge story. If I think I think it's a pretty big story. If you guys don't care,
Go ahead. I'm
wanna
just stretching.
your guys is
Yo, mama. Shut up,
Yeah.
Stuart.
whistleblower claims Michael Avenatti reportedly revealed Michael Cohen was having an affair with Stormy Daniels since 2006. Cooked up hush money scheme to extort Trump before 2016 election.
What,
That's
dude?
true.
That's a big if there. I don't know. I think I
If
would.
it
Think,
is-
What was that on? What was that on?
The gateway.
Oh, Gateway. Okay.
Yep.
What
The only
sources
problem
do you have?
The only problem I have is though during the whole Stormy
Bribery,
Daniels Trump
yes.
thing, wouldn't that have come out then? You know what I mean?
well-
it just seems
Hey.
a little suspect to come out now.
Well, the guy who posted the conversation with Michael Avani, I can't say his name, the guy that tried to extort Nike. He is investor, board member, big data pioneer, Intel Ops, CIA, NSA, contractor / whistleblower, CRE, philanthropist, and healthcare M&A. He's
Holy
pretty
crap.
he's pretty knowledgeable. You know what I'm saying?
How many titles does that dude have?
His name is Tony Seruga. Surga.
Hey, you said that was Michael Cohen.
Yeah, Michael Cohen.
You see what Stewart just put on there? Michael Cohen owns 33% of GameStop, and up above that, he said GameStop stock be skyrocketing.
Yeah. You still have that? You want to go? Hey, Stewart.
Hey, here you go though. Hold on. Read that.
You have a Botox glow, huh?
Don't help him, man. Don't
It's
feed his
it's just funny, bro.
Yeah.
Don't feed him. He doesn't need it.
Thanks, Dominic. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Look, his ego is already so big it inflates that whole room. Please
I
don't
have to
help
have a
him.
wide
Why do
angle.
you
I have to
think
have
we
a
have
wide
a
angle
wobble on the
camera.
earth? It's because of Greg's ego. That's
Yeah,
why.
right. Yeah, please don't
The-
help
the-
him.
Those aren't degrees on his wall back there. Those are Botox receipts.
That's
Right,
right.
exactly.
What are you talking about? I can't afford that. I work at, where I work. I had
Yeah,
to get
don't say it.
self-certified to inject. Self-certifications.
Just real quick.
I think we're way off topic here.
We are.
guys.
Go
Let's
ahead.
bring
Go
the
ahead.
train back.
Bring us back, Scott. You're the host today.
Yeah, you're
I-
a moderator, man.
Filthy animals.
Well, I mean, I don't. If we have anything else, on something else, I think we've said pretty much all we can. I don't agree with the taxpayers paying for this. Like Devin said, if we need to front the money just to get it up and going, I'd be okay with that as long as the money comes back.
Well, yeah, we should definitely
But-
get it reimbursed.
Right, but I have a feeling that we're going to pay for it and not get the money back. So.
Yeah.
Oh, we ain't gonna get that money back.
They're gonna
Right.
say,
Look,
"Hey, man, can I borrow like $2 billion?" And we're gonna give it to them, and then
Right.
they're gonna be
And
like,
then-
they're gonna get their $2 billion check and be like, "Well, we could use this
Yeah.
for like gender studies, though."
Right. Yeah,
Just
and then
slide it
and then all of a
over.
sudden the little IOU receipt we have is
Okay.
going to mysteriously get ripped up and disappear, and probably in the damn river, where the bridge collapsed.
right. This is a good question from Stuart Owen. Wrong one. What the? Why round robin?
what does that mean?
Why? This one. This is not.
Red
What is one
Robin.
thing you'd do to fix the economy today?
What
would you
Get rid
do?
of The entire government?
yeah, that
Both
would be a good one.
Republicans and Democrats?
Open up the energy. I would open up the energy again.
Oh, yeah. That's
No.
Open up the
100%.
oil and the energy, and that would help fix a lot.
I would do it. Go ahead.
Close down the EPA. All right.
That would work.
We don't need any bureaucrats that aren't elected that have no beholdens to the people, passing laws, writing rules that don't go through our representatives. They're not supposed
Right.
to be here. Get rid of the DOJ. It shouldn't
Right.
be.
Oh.
Here. They are
Mhm.
nothing but arms of the Castafa who extort people for money and extort them to do their bidding by threat of lawsuit or jail time.
Right. What I would do is I would do what Scott said over there. I would open up energy. For one,
Definitely. That's
you turn that on full blast.
Yeah.
You deregulate. You take off restrictions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what Stuart said down there. No more federal
Yep.
oil restrictions. I would take off most of the restrictions. Keep the ones that are good, but most of them it's just over regulation that needs to be done.
Yep. But who
Like
does
Trump
that?
did. Trump
EPA.
opened up the oil. He took down the restriction. He took all the red tape down, and it no longer took you 10 years to get a permit to rebuild a highway or
No,
a bridge or anything that needed to be fixed when it comes to our infrastructure.
Right.
And that what that does is that brings oil prices down, which brings diesel fuel down. And I would lower the taxes. That is
Yep.
all you have to do those are the things that you have to do to booming economy. It's very simple and it's very easy to do, and it can be done with a stroke of a pen by the president. But when Biden came in, what did he do? He used that pen and he took away all that. He put it all right back on, and it destroyed our economy. That is why we went right back to where we are now. This is the Obama era, right back from when we were in Trump's era. Everything was cheap. Everybody expanded. That's what I would do. Go ahead. Anybody else?
How did America get so powerful? I'm sorry, Debbie. Just wait a second. How did America get so powerful? Unbridled. All right, free market capitalism.
Yeah.
Take the handcuffs off the free capitalism. Almost said it.
Right.
Mouth up, dirty mouth, orbit. Take the handcuffs off free capitalism. Let the market do what it does. It's innovative. If you want better fuel mileage, if you want better energy sources, the government doesn't do that. Let free market do that. They're the ones who always do that. And
Devin, what do you think?
Just look at Tesla. Free market invented Tesla. Now look at all the crap that everybody else is now that the government's pushing it. It's crap. It's junk.
Let's remember, put term limits on all government positions. They shouldn't be allowed to be in there for a lifetime. I agree.
Woot, woot, woot for that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. For real. That and you know what I mean?
Go ahead.
Here's Melissa.
Oh, yeah.
I would say it's the Biden administration. And like I said, it was them.
It is. Yeah.
Hello, Duffner, sister.
Yeah, that's my older sister.
Yep.
Right.
So I would say a lot of people would listen to me say what I'm about to say and say that I'm an isolationist, which is not true. All right. I would say
It's true.
Lies.
No, not entirely. I would say that we need to stop immediately all globalist practices. I want to get rid of every bit of foreign influence out of our country. We don't need these people coming in here and trying to change our way of life or how we think. I think that we can continue trade, but they don't need to have such access to our society.
Mm-hmm.
And that would get rid of a lot of the problems.
I would agree with that at least for a little while. Maybe not forever, but
I would agree to certain things when it comes to getting them out. I would also agree to no politician who sets laws or like yays or nays on any bill that comes through to the floor. Anybody who has that ability should not be allowed to play the stock market. Neither should their kids, their grandparents, none of them.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, that's just my opinion on that matter, because that's how they get rich, man.
Stuart, I would say that.
Note. Hold on, I got a little side note on what you said about globalism, and I agree with you 100%. And a little fact to back that up is, due to our globalism, more than 60% of all U.S. bills and nearly 80%, so every 8 out of 10 $100 bills are overseas.
And that's ridiculous, man.
And that's up 15 to 30% since 1980.
And that's a great deal. The reason why we print money all the time, because we don't have the money in our society. Right. And honestly, the best thing that could happen to us right now is if we stop being the global reserve currency. Yeah. It would be the best thing that could happen to us, because we might actually, I don't know, see a society where we aren't being strong-armed by the rest of the world in a lot of ways.
Strong-armed, that is true. I just want to add that to that right there. That it's like what Trump said. If we're going to be in this NATO or whatever, y'all got to pay your fair share. Right. Otherwise, get out. We aren't going to protect you anymore. We're not going to send our ships over to protect your country anymore. Yep. You're on your own. If you can't pay, it was an agreement. We pay more than our fair share. We pay over what we're supposed to, because they don't pay anything.
We got to quit being the world's piggy bank. And I agree with that.
And that's what we are.
Right, we are.
If I'm Kazakhstan and my sister's the number 2 prostitute in all of Kazakhstan, and I want to buy oil, I have to use America. Yes, huge success. I have to buy oil with the American dollar. And that's every country in the world. So when they go buy oil, the standard currency is the American dollar. So they have to stock up on American dollars to buy energy.
That is true. And
as our population grows, you'd send 10 million illegal immigrants across our border. You get them $8,000 each on a prepaid iTunes card. I don't know what kind of card they get, but they have to print money, and that causes inflation. The more money over your GDP the higher the inflation. And I think they're doing it on purpose. They want to kill the middle class because that's the only thing that holds Americans free. So something's going to have to give. Either the people are going to give and take the tyrannical government and kick them out, or the tyrannical government's going to win, and we're all going to become indentured servants for life. One or the other. Yeah,
Pretty much already are.
Real quick, because Dominic, I'm not entirely sure what you mean by this. I mean, I know the government doesn't want that right now, but they've been pushing that to a certain degree. So,
but they not Bitcoin and everything else. They want their cryptocurrency.
They want their digital currency. I wasn't sure.
I think that's what he's getting at. Yeah.
Once a government issues a digital currency, it's not crypto. Crypto is the fact that it's not owned by anybody. It's a free market monetary. If I say this is a U.S. crypto coin, that's not U.S. crypto coin. It's not a crypto. The U.S. knows exactly where that coin is and how many they put out there.
He said they're gonna get. I'm trying to say it because that's laughing, man.
That's the worst gift card you can get. You go in and you buy something for $40. You take it back the next day. I didn't like this. We can give you $2 for it.
Wait a minute.
$2.
Hey, hold on. They'll give you $2.50, bro.
Or $40 or $20 in credit, and then you buy something else, and you're like, I didn't like this. Well, we give you another $1.25. Or eventually you go in there and you like leave with 3 pennies and like, I don't know what just happened, but I just bought something for it with $40 3 days ago. And I got 3 pennies.
What happened to my money?
The government does. Why did I used to have $40 and now I have 2? What happened?
They push you out the door. You have a crappier game and you're like, did I just get robbed? Like, what just happened? You don't even understand what happened until you get home.
Xbox controller, and they have some used crappy one on the wall for $49.95, and you go get a brand new one for $59.95. And all I think about GameStop now, every time I see GameStop, is it's ma'am. You know,
I can't go there anymore.
All right. Anybody got anything else they want to throw in real quick? We are a little over our time, so
how about
no?
There you go. Yeah.
Well, Scott.
Share.
Yep. Like, subscribe, share. Thank you for watching. We will be back tomorrow. Same time, same channel. Remember, we're changing our format yet again a little bit. We're going to do a little longer Friday show for a fun Friday and eliminate Saturday. So be here tomorrow. Be here Friday.
One more thing.
Okay, go ahead.
share
yes.
so we can get monetized.
Yes, it really helps. Plus,
subscribe.
I do want to say something too. I really love the comments going like they were tonight, man. Appreciate you guys for watching, commenting. Really nice to have you guys to be a part of the show.
Makes it fun. It makes it a lot
more fun. It does.
And we like doing it.
Yeah, we do.
Yep,
so
we do.
Remember, see us again tomorrow. God bless. Good night.
Yep. Peace out, people.
Peace out. I'm not a crook. I'm not a crook.
I'm not a crook.